Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing tonight? My voice is back and I'm sounding okay. Hi, Susie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Joe. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Debbie. Crystal. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Tia. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Matt. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Lynn. How you guys all doing tonight? Hopefully I got most of the people that are in here. Hi, Eden. Oh, what is NATO doing now? What are they doing? Honestly, I cannot even understand what they're beginning to talk about and what they're trying to do. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Gore. Hi, Michelle. But NATO, of course, is increasing and edging closer to a full-blown war with Russia. Many experts are warning this already. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but now all these troops that we have deployed with NATO along the border of Belarus and Ukraine have all been doing drills, readiness drills, like they would do before they invade. Basically telling Russia, we're going to move in. Putin is beyond pissed. UK, of course, is pushing closer than ever and may have to, and Russia's war, as an experts warn, may have to exchange or engage directly. The UK may exchange or engage directly into conflict with Russia, meaning that we would be within direct conflict with Russia. They're a NATO nation. Prime Minister Boris Johnson vowed to defend Finland and Sweden in the event of an attack by Putin. But Ukraine, that's their thing. They want to push for it right now, and the nuclear war is not what we need. It is not what we need. We do not need another war right now. We do not need more countries getting pulled into this. Of course, former conservative MP Brooks Niemark has helped save over 7,500 Ukrainian refugees since the start of the invasion, and have traveled the length of the country while undertaking huge humanitarian efforts, and has seen the destruction of Russian forces firsthand in Ukraine. He believes the UK may soon have to engage directly in a military conflict in order to stand to Putin. This is not a decision that should just be made by a single country within the NATO alliance. This falls upon all NATO alliance members, and it's a big, big problem. Yeah, if Ukraine is winning, then why do so many people have to keep going there? That's the biggest question. Okay, of course, pushing this issue and saying, basically, he thinks we are involved in the war, and he is in the battle with NATO already. That's Putin's stance. I mean, what would you think if you were fighting weapons from all these countries being pushed in? Of course, Russia's threat, the prime minister has letters of last resort preparing for the event of nuclear attack on the UK. Threat of nuclear war in Britain is at its highest in decades, with tensions running between West and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Troops invaded Ukraine earlier this year. NATO allies are now facing challenges of trying to strike a balance between holding the Kremlin accountable without provoking military escalation. Unfortunately, the UK does not see it the same way, with Russian forces supposedly struggling to make progress in Ukraine and saying it's a failed invasion, amongst the same exact time that Sweden and Finland are potential NATO memberships are being questioned right now. They could potentially join NATO, even though that was a direct line, a red line with Russia. And today, Vladimir Putin discussed this with his Security Council. The Kremlin said that if Finland indicates that it plans to join U.S.-led military blockade were a hostile move that posed a threat to Russia's security and pledged a direct and swift response. This is not good. On top of that, we got millions of people that could die from the global food shortage right now, the global food crisis, because the blockade of the Black Sea ports. But you can't even get ships in and out of the Black Sea right now. Turkey's already stopped that. Ukraine, of course, is one of the world's top agriculture exports, providing around 12% of the world's grain. But we're not even planting all our grain here in the United States, but yet we're claiming this is Russia's fault. We sanctioned Russians' fertilizers to come here in the United States, causing us to have shortages that we're already seeing affect a lot of growers here in the United States, as they cannot plant crops when they need them, leading to serious, serious issues. Everything is one after another. It's just adding up. Hi, Billy. How you doing tonight? Hi, Robin. Hi, Holly. Hi, Sabrina. Trying to catch everybody that comes in as you guys come in, but it's just crazy. Biden is so worried about what's going on over there and trying to point a finger over there that he's not even talking about what's happening here. Biden was battling one energy price nightmare, and here comes the bigger one. Natural gas prices have tripled since January, adding more fuel to the inflation plague that the White House has already popularized. Biden administration has been trying for months to dodge the political fallout from high gas prices. Now it has a bigger energy headache to worry about. Record high gas prices at $4.41 a gallon drew fresh spite of headlines last week. But the prices for crude and fossil fuel and natural gas have also surged to their highest levels in decades. Rising costs for everything from home heating, cooking, to fertilizer, chemicals, and wholesale electricity. Everything is going to be affected. While voters focus on the rising prices at the pump, has given Republicans a chance to attack Joe Biden for what they contend are anti-oil policies, which they are. There's no question about that. The dynamics around natural gas are more nuanced. Output of fuel reached a record last year under Biden and it poised to top the market this year. The United States is ranked the #1 natural gas producer in the world thanks to the fracking boom that took off. I'm not going to say this because it didn't happen during Obama's administration. The fracking boom happened long before that. Even so, the U.S. natural gas prices have more than doubled since the start of the year and are forecasted to average over $8 per million British thermal units for the rest of 22, well above the $2 range the fuel has typically trended inside the past few decades. Forecasted prices in the next few years are projected to fall if production can grow further. The problem is, now the gas leases are not even showing up anymore. So how are those going to get cheaper? How are we going to get more effective and more efficient fuel if you can't buy it? Elon Musk's deal is not dead on arrival. Elon Musk's deal is just waiting on paperwork, and he will be going through with it. He's waiting for the stats that he would ask for at the very beginning still, and the news is just blowing it out of proportion. Crazy. It is crazy what's happening. Buying and battling this oil crisis, now natural gas crisis. I mean, it's a bit dodgy for what's going to happen for raising food costs, heating, plastics, utility bills. Homeowners in the states depend on gas to, to complain their winter heating costs, and they nearly doubled from past years. Unlike oil production, which sharply fell off during the pandemic, kept people from driving, natural gas production reached its highest point in ever. Remaining strong, and outputs has outstripped the supply, or demand has outstripped the extra supply because a late spring cold snap parts of the country. And not only that, now more than half of Europe has to get their natural gas from us. We're not charging a premium for that, though. We're practically giving it away. It is crazy what is happening. We're on the verge of a catastrophe because of Nato right now. Gas prices are extremely through the roof. People can't afford anything. Food is getting more scarce by the day. It's just one thing after another. Chinese nuclear submarines are in the water next to Taiwan. They're surrounding them. Putin is targeting Poland and Finland and Sweden. Oh my goodness. We got a lot going on at once. A lot going on at once. China warns the U.S. not to provide or provoke confrontation as it pushes into Taiwan. What are we going to do? China's going to end up taking Taiwan at the same time as Russia moves even further and harder against us. And we're going to have to face these facts. This is an honest threat that's happening. And who is to blame? We're the ones, of course, that started pushing back and saying it wasn't right, wasn't good. But nobody wants to stand up and say, hey, I have a solution for this problem, because there is no solution at this point. I mean, even Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies are crashing. Stocks are crashing throughout the world, not just in the U.S. People are saying, well, what's next? Well, what's next? Today, I mean, the fastest logic gate processor that could ever be made to make computers 1,000,000 times faster has officially been operating. 1,000,000 times faster. That means AI will definitely be here in the near future. That is a current and constant staple. Can you imagine your computer processing in pentahertz instead of gigahertz? Because it's coming. It is coming. It is crazy the amount of speed this thing has. AI will definitely long surpass us. Meaning, what are people going to do for jobs, for work, as we're already facing issues there? Of course, a lot of college students are crying about student loan. Nobody was there to pay mine off. Now they want me to pay theirs. Shouldn't even be on the table. You take out a loan for college, you work to pay it back. That's the way it works. It's the way it's always worked. There's no reason now that millions of Americans should be paying for the ones that went to these higher end schools that got loans, ridiculous loans out for college, and expect now to get wiped out. Yeah, I would like to see that poll. How many people, or how many of people, period, would know or even understand borrowing money, not just from China, but India and or non-allies to give to Ukraine. We are digging a ditch that we cannot dig out of at this point. It's crazy what's happening out there. Europe drivers are facing the further squeeze on gasoline and natural gas. Of course, we're going to ship a lot of ours there. Don't worry about that. We'll just go without. We don't care. Our administration does not care about us. They care about what we look like to the world. Of course, the White House is preparing to issue another rotation of vaccines as COVID funding. COVID, of course, is starting to spread out again. It's just one thing after another. I mean, no matter where you are and what you're looking at, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous right now. We're watching everything happen, one after another. Even stable coins to national currencies falling apart. The only countries that are really securing themselves from that happen to be the two countries, Russia and China, that are buying back their currency from around the globe, meaning they can control exactly how much their money's worth by just deleting their currency and not having it be infected or influenced by outside prices, which is huge. It's huge. If anybody wants to call in tonight, the number is 954-418-2435. What do you think it's going to go next? Where do you think we're heading next? At this point, we got a shady future ahead of us. We got Netflix, of course, limiting sharing of accounts and then wanting to add advertisements and raise prices all at the same time. Meanwhile, you can get any other service provider for cheaper now, canceling their best shows, but thinking people will enjoy that. It's just, I don't even know. Luckily, we got rid of Jen Psaki today as she signs off as the White House press secretary. We don't have to listen to her anymore. We'll have to listen to somebody else, though, feeding another line to more people. Uh, yeah, they're giving away billions to other countries. Billions to other countries. It's crazy. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Not much more to talk about. I'm going to say God bless you guys. Have a good night. Stay strong. Of course, if you can afford to donate, please do. So far this month, we have gotten some awesome donations from Tia, Alex, Joe, and Tobin so far. Of course, that money is going directly into our hurricane fund or natural disaster fund this year. We don't even own our country anymore. We don't own our government. We're losing control. But God bless you. God bless America. And hopefully we can recover soon. Good night.